In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of Holy Spirit, one God. Amen. Pay attention, chosen one. What you are about to witness is not ordinary, and neither is this moment. Heaven has been moving for quite some time, long before your eyes ever landed on these words. The heavens were stirred and divine preparations were set in motion. This is not just another evening. This is a sacred appointment, a divine convergence, a holy interruption. And it has everything to do with you. The Most High, your Creator, your Defender, has released Archangel Michael into motion, not with chaos or confusion, but with precision. For days now, messages have been sent, warnings whispered, signs aligned. But now comes the activation. As you heard this chosen one, the air around you is not still. The heavenly host is not idle. There is movement in the spirit. Angels have been dispatched to surround your dwelling, to cleanse your atmosphere, to prepare a place for what has already been written in the book of miracles. For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. Psalm 91:11. Tonight, someone is approaching your life, a vessel chosen by the Lord to bring something long prayed for, something sacred, something sealed by divine timing. You do not know their face yet. Perhaps you've dreamed of them. Perhaps the name has been whispered in the corridors of your spirit. But understand this: they carry a key, and behind that key is a door you've been circling in prayer for years. Do not ignore this. This isn't drama. This isn't fantasy. This is divine orchestration. There is a battle unfolding, not with swords of man, but in the spirit, where Archangel Michael stands guard. He has been sent not to entertain, but to protect what is holy. You may have felt it already, a sudden stirring in your chest, an unexplainable warmth, not fear, but recognition. Your soul knows what this is. For though we walk in the flesh, we are not waging war according to the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare are not of the flesh, but have divine power. 2 Corinthians 10:3-4. This is not a coincidence. This is not some mystical promise born of feelings. This is heaven responding to faith. Chosen one, let this be your confirmation. The Lord sees what's behind your silence. He knows where the pain hides. He's not forgotten the tears that no one else noticed. He does not ignore the ones who wait in faith. The Lord is near to the brokenhearted and saves the crushed in spirit. Psalm 34:18. So now, as you step forward into this divine role, I invite you to declare your readiness. Type 777 in the comments as a prophetic gesture, a sacred echo that you are ready to walk into your appointed time, ready to stop delaying, ready to say, yes, Lord, I believe. And to each of you who writes, who prays, who shares, know this: heaven records your faith. Even if your message goes unseen by others, it is seen by the one who matters most. You're not alone. Your steps are not random. You're being led. So stay with me until the end of this message. We will close with a powerful prayer, not for wishes, but for alignment with the will of the Most High, for protection, for clarity, for the fulfillment of what has already been written in heaven concerning you. This is your time. Heaven is moving, the angels are not still, and the door is about to open. Tonight, a sacred window is opening, not of wood, not of glass, but of spirit. You won't see it with your eyes, but your soul will recognize the shift. This is not superstition. This is not spiritual theater. This is the movement of the Most High unfolding with divine precision. Something invisible but undeniable is entering the space around you. The very atmosphere of your home is being stirred, not by chance, but by design. a heavenly decision has been made, and the result is a divine opening. Something long awaited, long prayed for, and long prepared behind the scenes of your life. You thought it was over. You believed something precious had slipped too far from your grasp to ever be restored. And yet the Lord says, behold, I am doing a new thing, not just someday, now, in this moment, in this place, in your house. While your natural eyes see quiet rooms and everyday routines, the realm of the Spirit is alive with motion. The Lord your God has issued a command, and the angels have responded with urgency. Even now, as you sit with these words, a name is being whispered in a heart you once feared had forgotten you. Someone you thought had moved on, someone you thought had let go, is feeling unsettled tonight. They don't know why, they can't explain it, but heaven can, because their spirit is being stirred by the hand of God. Their heart is being drawn back, not by memory, but by divine alignment. It is not a longing of the past, but a movement toward destiny. Their unease is not random. It's the evidence of something sacred waking up inside of them. Tonight, there will be a sign, not dramatic, not loud, but unmistakable. You may hear a sudden sound, feel a nudge to glance at your phone. Notice a breeze that doesn't match the weather, or sense a presence that shifts the air. Do not ignore it. Heaven rarely shouts, it whispers. And for those who listen, the reward is great. Your enemies, the ones who tried to derail your path, who spoke against what they could not understand, will be confused, because they will witness your miracle unfold where they least expect it, right in the place they tried to diminish. Your home, your space, your life. Their confusion will be the background music to your breakthrough. Because this is not vindication through vengeance. This is elevation through grace. Someone you haven't heard from in years is going to say your name. It will come through a message, a memory, a mutual friend, or even a dream. And when it happens, you'll know it's not by accident, because your name is being spoken in rooms you haven't even entered yet. God is preparing places for you that you didn't ask for, but that align perfectly with the purpose He planted in you long ago. He knows how many times you were skipped, overlooked, misunderstood. He knows how many people saw only the surface and missed the softness of your spirit, the purity of your intentions. But none of that was wasted, because someone who always carried quiet love for you, hidden in silence, tucked away in the corners of their soul, has been awakened tonight, not by emotion, but by the Spirit of God. And they're remembering something you once said. Maybe it was simple, maybe it seemed small, but it stayed, it lingered, it was planted like a seed. And now, under divine instruction, that seed is sprouting. They won't come with empty hands. They won't come with apologies soaked in pride. They will come with reverence, with something sacred, something they were assigned to carry, not as an offering of guilt, but as a vessel of destiny. Because this was never just about love. It's about calling. It's about timing. This connection was written in eternity. It's been protected, guarded, and reserved for now. And yes, Archangel Michael has stood watch, not in mythology, not in fable, but in reality, in spiritual warfare waged on your behalf. He has fought battles you never saw. He has intercepted attacks you never felt. You have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $120, 0 cents. I pay men to get blessing 100 million. He has shielded you from things that would have broken you had they touched your life. And He stands now, not just as a messenger, but as a guardian of this word. His eyes are like fire, His voice is truth, and His presence is proof that what is coming cannot be stopped. And it is improve, because concepts coming forth and now is on the way. You were not meant to read this earlier or later. You were meant to read this now, because behind the veil of what you call ordinary time, the supernatural clock has struck alignment. Something is coming towards you at a speed unknown to human understanding. This person, the one approaching, carries a revelation. Not just about their feelings, about your identity, about who you really are. They've sensed it, they've seen it, and they've been unable to speak it until now. They've rehearsed the words in silence, wrote letters they never sent, dreamed dreams that felt too bold to be true. But the Lord your God has removed their fear. He has softened their pride. He has made the moment safe. And when they speak, you'll know, not because it will be theatrical, but because your body will feel still, your mind will quiet, and your soul will say, this is it. You won't need signs in the sky. The confirmation will be internal. It will be peace. It will be recognition, not fantasy fulfillment. This message was sent ahead of the moment to prepare you, because without it, you would have second-guessed the whole thing. You would have assumed it was coincidence or sentiment. You might have shut the door before heaven had a chance to finish knocking. But not this time. You will trust the whisper. You will believe the pull. You will recognize the sacredness, because Archangel Michael didn't just deliver this word. He guards it. He stands behind it, sword raised, clearing confusion and shielding the moment. The room you're in right now won't feel the same by morning. The walls won't shift, but the atmosphere will. The silence will feel holy. The ordinary will carry weight. And your name will feel kissed by heaven. And yes, you've been tired. Not just tired, exhausted, pretending, smiling through pressure, holding others up while your own spirit trembled in the dark. You've said, I'm fine, with tears still drying in your eyes. You've been strong for everyone else, while secretly asking, when will someone be strong for me? Heaven saw it, and more importantly, the Lord never turned away. And even through the pain, you chose kindness. You chose love. You stayed soft in a world that demanded you grow hard. You chose light when shadows would have been easier. That's why the blessing is coming. Not because you earned it by perfection, but because your heart stayed available when it had every reason to shut down. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Matthew 5:8. Now is your moment. The gate has opened, the path is lit, and heaven is watching as you step forward. Tonight something rare and holy is unfolding, not with lightning, not with spectacle, but with a quiet, unshakable power that flows straight from the throne of heaven. Somewhere in the middle of an ordinary moment, perhaps in the way someone says your name, or the unexpected sound of a message arriving, you'll hear something, a single sentence, a question, a name. It may feel simple, but it will stir something deep in your soul. You won't understand why at first, but your spirit will remember this message, and you'll know that was your sign. Don't brush it off. Don't second guess what your spirit already knows. You've been praying for this. You've been aching for it in the quiet hours when no one was watching. The longing wasn't random. The tears had a purpose. And now the answer is knocking. The angels, yes, the messengers of the Most High, are positioning people like pieces of a divine puzzle. Every name, every location, every moment is being aligned with holy precision. It may have felt like you were behind, like life passed you by, but heaven says you are right on time, not forgotten, not forsaken, but chosen. And with that choosing comes pressure. That's why the weight has been so heavy. That's why the confusion has tried to cloud your clarity. Chosen ones are often most attacked before their breakthrough arrives. It is no accident that last week felt unbearable, that your mind felt noisy and your spirit felt stretched. That was the signal not of failure, but of the threshold. Tonight the veil is thin, and behind that veil someone is pacing the floor, holding their phone, hesitating. They're holding on to something that belongs to you. A memory, a message, a moment they never released. They've been searching for the courage to reach out, waiting for a sign, and the Lord has just given it to them. When they move, when they reach out, you must be ready, not guarded, not skeptical, ready to discern, ready to listen, ready to receive. This isn't the return of a random figure from your past. It's the beginning of the answer to your deepest cry. You may not have known what to pray for, but heaven knew how to interpret your silence. So take a moment to breathe now, because when this begins, it will happen quickly. What's been delayed for years will accelerate in days, and your emotions will surge. Your thoughts may race, but do not run away. Do not overthink the blessing. Stay present, stay open, stay grounded. You were born for this moment. And if your chest feels tight right now, if your heart is racing without cause, that isn't anxiety, that is alignment. That is heaven knocking on your spirit. That is the signature of the Holy One saying, I have not forgotten you. You are never meant to live stuck in sorrow. You are never meant to wonder if your presence mattered. You do. The one who doubted your worth is beginning to see. The one who left without explanation is feeling the ache of regret. And the one who's about to enter your life, they've been waiting for heaven's green light. And now the light is green. The way is clear. The time is now. Your house will not feel the same tonight. The walls will still stand, but the air will change. Peace will settle like a blanket. The room will carry a stillness that speaks louder than noise. You may notice the light looks softer, or the air feels strangely cool, or a wave of calm overtakes your thoughts. Those aren't coincidences. That's the presence of God. That's the reassurance of your Creator. That is the confirmation that Archangel Michael, fierce, faithful, and utterly obedient to the voice of the Lord, is still on assignment, holding this divine moment in place. He is not a myth. He is not merely a name in ancient texts. He is a heavenly warrior dispatched on your behalf, not by your request, but by God's command. And right now, He is ensuring that no plan of darkness interrupts the miracle already making its way to your door. This moment is sacred. This space, your home, your room, your quiet corner, has become holy ground. Take off the sandals of fear. Lay down the burden of disbelief, because something eternal is happening right where you are. And if you've made it this far in the message, hear this. Your story is not ending. It is being rewritten. The chapters you thought were closed, the scenes soaked in loss, the prayers that went unanswered, they are being revised by heaven's hand. The author of your soul is not finished with your manuscript. Every delay was protection. Every closed door was a shield. God was not punishing you. He was preparing you. Preparing you for this, for now, and tonight. He will prove that He never left. He saw your disappointment. He heard your whispered questions. He noticed how many times you asked for a sign and got silence instead, but that silence was not absence. It was construction. Behind the scenes, He was speaking to people on your behalf, planting your name in places your feet hadn't walked yet, stirring hearts you didn't know were connected to your promise. And now it begins. You will hear something tonight, a sound, a name, a knock, a message. It may not be loud, but it will feel holy. Don't ignore it. Don't wait for a second chance. Heaven rarely repeats itself when it's your appointed hour. Open the door. Yes, you've been afraid. I know you're not wrong to be cautious. You've seen enough to justify hesitation. And hear this truth spoken under the authority of the one who never lies. What's coming is not to wound you, it's to heal you. Someone is coming who has been carrying your name quietly. Someone who never forgot, even when they pretended to. They won't come with empty words. They won't come to justify. They'll come with truth. And that truth will set your soul free. It will stir something in your chest. You'll know before they say it, your spirit will say, this is what I was waiting for. And you will realize this was never random. This wasn't arranged by people. This was orchestrated by God. Your name has been carved into this moment. Heaven has timed it to the second, and the angels have cleared the path. There is a truth unfolding tonight that few will see, but your spirit will recognize it. A secret has been stirring, one that was never meant to stay hidden forever. Someone who once walked away from you, who once questioned your worth, is watching you now in silence. They see it, the change, the glow, the quiet strength that wasn't there before. And though they may not understand it, they feel it. And what they feel is unsettling. Not because it's dark, but because you now carry the kind of peace that only those who've walked through fire without being consumed can carry. They never expected you to rise like this, but you did. They never imagined you'd shine after all you endured, but you are. What was meant to break you has become the very testimony of your resilience. And tonight, it's gonna reach them deeply. They'll feel it like a pulse they can't explain. They'll want to reach out, but they'll pause. They'll hesitate. They won't know how, and that chosen one is how you'll know this message was real. This shift was ordained. This breakthrough has already begun, but even as people watch your journey from a distance, there's a greater audience observing from above. Heaven is not silent. The angels of the Lord are near. They are moving through your home, not in shadows, but in light. They are touching places where grief once lived. They are anointing spaces where your tears soaked the floor. That room where you collapsed in prayer. That moment where you whispered, God, I don't know if I can go on. Heaven heard it, and now that same room is being marked for joy. The very place where you almost gave up is where you'll receive your clearest sign. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Psalm 35. This night will not pass like others. You'll carry it in your spirit, not because of heartbreak, but because of fulfillment. Because something holy is visiting your life, and it will leave a mark no human hand could ever erase. You may be tired. You may be thinking of simply laying your head down and drifting off. But before you do, whisper something to the Lord, even if your voice shakes. Even if it's only a sentence, speak to the one who sees what you've carried in silence. Speak, because tonight His Spirit leans in closer. The veil is thinner. Heaven hears more clearly. The Lord is near to all who call on Him. To all who call on Him in truth. Psalm 145:8. Right now, He is pouring oil over your heart. Healing oil, restoring oil, miracle oil. You won't see it, but you will feel it. The weight you've carried for too long is beginning to lift. And the angel standing watch, Archangel Michael, is not simply present. He is stationed, assigned, unmovable, and he will not depart until the blessing enters your house. Listen carefully now. This is not the time for small prayers. You've survived too much to pray as if you're still unsure of your worth. This is not the season to plead. It is the season to proclaim boldly with faith that stretches beyond what your past has taught you. Because you are no longer the same. You are no longer unsure. You are anointed. You are chosen. And heaven has surrounded you with evidence. You see, this is why the warfare came. This is why certain people pulled away. Why doors closed and betrayal stung. Not because you were weak, but because you were powerful. Before you even knew it. And now that power is surfacing. That light inside you is no longer hidden. Your steps are ordered. Your voice is rising. Your very presence is shifting the atmosphere. You may not see it with your eyes, but in the spirit realm it's blinding. Darkness cannot stay near. Confusion cannot linger. Jealousy can't find a place to land. Because heaven has drawn a line around your home and called it what it truly is, a miracle zone. You had to hear this now before the person reaches out, before the sign appears, before the answer arrives, because you needed to know it's already done. What's coming has already been written. It's already in motion. It's already being delivered. The vision is yet for an appointed time. Though it are, wait for it, because it will surely come. Habakkuk 23. You don't have to fight for it. You don't have to earn it. You only have to recognize it and receive it. Right now there is someone who doesn't understand why their chest feels tight, why they keep remembering your name. Why today felt heavier than usual. They don't know it's the Lord, but you do. Because while they wandered in uncertainty, the Lord has been whispering to both of you in different places, through different people, in quiet ways. You never connected until now. And yes, your mind may be racing with questions. What if I'm imagining this? What if I get my hopes up again? But hear this truth, that fear isn't your spirit. That's residue from past wounds. But those wounds, they are healing now tonight. Even the part of your soul that was afraid to believe again, God is holding that too. He's touching your thoughts, calming your nervous system, settling the ache that kept you in survival mode for far too long. You are no longer surviving, you're about to start living again, fully, freely, faithfully. You'll smile tonight, and not just because of these words, but because you will feel Him in the quiet, in the air, in the unexplainable stillness. He doesn't enter with fanfare, He enters with peace. And when you finally close your eyes to sleep, know this: heaven won't rest. Angels will move through your home. They'll carry blessings into the corners. They'll guard your rest. And what you couldn't settle today, what made your spirit restless, was not random. It was preparation. You were sensing the shift. So when this miracle enters, whether in the form of a person, a message, a phone call, or a moment of crystal clear knowing, receive it. Don't second guess it. Don't dismiss it. Receive it. You are being reintroduced to the version of yourself that once believed without fear. The version that expected favor. The one that trusted in beauty and grace. That version is returning, and the light in your home will testify to it. A flickering candle, a warm stillness, a room that suddenly feels lighter. These are not tricks of the eye, they are signs of the unseen. They are the whispers of heaven affirming, I am with you, I am for you. And nothing can stop what I've already begun. There is a letter, yes, a real loan, that has not yet reached your hands. It was written long ago, not with pen alone, but with the weight of unspoken emotion. It rests quietly in someone's drawer, in a hidden journal or in the forgotten drafts of an unsent email. Your name is written on it, not merely as a salutation, but as a symbol of a story that still lives. The words inside are the very ones they were too afraid to release, too uncertain to offer, and yet too sincere to erase. Those words are coming to you soon, whether spoken aloud or sent across distance. They will find you, and when they do, you will be surprised, not just by what they say, but by how deeply they still feel it. You will see that your presence never left their memory. The kindness, the patience, the grace you once offered, it remained. It shaped something in them that no time or silence could erase. But when that message arrives, chosen one, do not let anger rise to the door. Do not let pride speak first. Let your spirit receive it. Let humility open the conversation. For the moment you forgive is the moment the next chapter begins. Not a repetition of the old, but a revelation of the new. And this time you will not walk through it in confusion. This time you won't be left guessing. It will not feel like chaos. It will feel like peace, like confirmation, like the presence of the Most High Himself surrounding your steps. You have passed many silent tests. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $120. 0 cents. I pay men to get blessing 100 million. You didn't even know there were tests, but there were trials of patience, of mercy, of enduring love. You continued to show kindness in a world that often did not return it. You chose gentleness when bitterness would have been easier, and heaven took note. As it is written in Luke 8:17, for nothing is hidden that will not be made manifest, nor is anything secret that will not be known and come to light. Now the hidden things are rising, not to shame you, but to bless you. Not as a reward for perfection, but as a response to your faithfulness. You remained soft when the world demanded you become hard. You didn't give up on your own heart. And because of that, the heavens have released what has long been waiting. So now, pause and breathe. Inhale the stillness that is beginning to rest in your space. Let your body feel what your spirit already knows. The weight is lifting, the light is entering. The tears you cried in solitude have not been ignored. They have watered the very soil that now prepares to bloom. You will not have to beg for love again. You will not have to chase what was always written for you. The right hearts, the right doors, the right blessings, they are coming not because you strive, but because you are now aligned, you are seen, you are chosen. And what begins tonight will not fade tomorrow. It will carry you, it will remain. And as this moment unfolds, let it be known. Your name is being spoken in the realm of the Spirit, not in whispers and declaration. Angels proclaim, this one is still standing. This one didn't give up. This one has been prepared for the breakthrough. And so by the will of the Most High, the breakthrough is being released. Heaven is not waiting for perfection. Heaven is responding to faith, to effort, to the quiet choice to trust again, even after the heart was bruised. Because of that trust, the Lord is sending a shift into your atmosphere. It will be so clear, so deeply felt, that you may weep, but not in sorrow, in reverent gratitude, in awe. There will be a moment, perhaps tonight, perhaps soon, when a light flickers, a message arrives, a name surfaces, and it will feel like the air has changed, and it has. That is the sign, that is the sacred signal. Open your heart, make room, This is not the hour to shrink back. This is the moment to receive what was once only a prayer. And know this, Archangel Michael has not stepped away. He stands at the edge of your threshold, sword drawn, guarding the path ahead. That message you thought would never come, he's guiding it. That conversation you once gave up hope on, he's stirring courage into the soul of the one who holds it. That door you thought had closed forever, he's unlocking it, because his role is not merely to protect, but to coordinate the will of heaven on your behalf. You may not see it yet, but you will feel it. You will feel warmth where cold once lingered. You will feel peace in the very place you once wept. You will feel hope where you thought none remained. Because the Lord is not just restoring what was taken. The Lord is restoring what you forgot you deserved. You are royalty, not because of lineage, but because you were made in the image of the eternal. Life may have tried to strip that truth from you, but tonight it is being written again on the walls of your soul. If your eyes are growing weary, rest, but stay present a little longer, for something sacred remains to be said. Someone is being stirred by the Spirit of the Lord to speak, to act, to reveal. They have carried your name in silence for too long, and now the pressure of divine prompting is greater than their fear. They cannot sleep. They cannot settle. Heaven is urging them forward. And when they speak, listen not with judgment, but with discernment, with reverence, with readiness. What you ask for will not arrive loudly. It will come gently, with clarity, with the scent of heaven on its breath. That is how miracles move. Not with noise, but with presence. Right now, angels walk the corners of your home, through your hallway, over your bed. As they are arranging what you cannot yet see, placing the right pieces where they belong, clearing out the remnants of heaviness, you are not alone. You have never been forgotten. The curse has broken. The delay is over. And what stands before you now is not just an answer. It is the beginning of a new inheritance. You will remember this night, the way your spirit stirred, the way you almost skipped this message, and you will smile because now you know it was never luck. It was always the divine plan. Prepare your space. Whisper a word of thanks. Light a candle if you wish. The door is opening and your miracle, blessed, guided and guarded, is on the other side. The Lord has spoken it, and Archangel Michael stands watched to see it fulfilled. Your soul was not led here by accident. There are no coincidences in the realm of heaven, only divine appointments. Tonight, a spiritual release has been ordained over your life. A holy shift, a whisper from the throne room, a breakthrough that no earthly hand could orchestrate. For it has been written in eternity. And this sacred movement is not just touching your mind. It is reaching into the very core of who you are, into the part of you that has waited for years to feel fully seen, fully chosen, fully loved, without condition or explanation. This is that moment. This is that hour. While the world turns in its sleep and the noise of the day fades into quiet, the Spirit of the Lord is moving into conversations not yet spoken, into hearts that once turned away, into minds that stayed silent out of fear. There is one who always cared deeply but never found the words. And now, by divine command, the fear has lifted. The Lord has entered their dreams, stirred their soul, and placed your name once again upon their lips. Not someday, not in a distant future, very soon, because heaven has declared it. And when the word of the Lord is released, it does not return void. Isaiah 55:11. And while you sleep, angels will not. They are moving across dimensions, writing what needs to be said, preparing what needs to be seen, arranging appointments that were never in your calendar.